NERDSoul.
Oh, yeah. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul gaming. What is up, y'all, man? We up in here chilling, just taking a little time, have a battle here and there, a little Spider-Man classic, a little Thor Ragnarok. Speaking of that Spider-Man, if you like Spider-Man, go ahead and hit that like button. If you subscribe to the beliefs of Spider-Man, subscribe to the channel. All right, so before we get started, big shout out to everybody who came through on the streams, of course, over the weekend. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters, super chatters, cash appers, all that stuff. Help continue to build NERDSoul, continue to, take it to another level. But we are here to talk about No Way Home. I know a lot of people have been talking about Spider-Man in general. Like, hey, how it looks. We've got a leak of we got a teaser and then a regular trailer, I think, and then now we got a leak trailer. We also have a couple of images out there from like the Empire article and stuff, which is all good. And you guys, if you've come to the channel, you've heard me a couple of times talk about the theater. And this is what I want to talk about tonight or today or whenever you're watching it on this evening address, if you will. Two questions. One, have you gone back to the theater at all since the pandemic started? And if you haven't, is Spider-Man No Way Home a movie that would make you go out to see in the theater? And the reason I ask is because up until this point, it's been harder and harder. Well, at first it was super hard to get the vaccine and stuff, and now we've had the vaccine, and now we even have boosters. So it should be, in theory, it should be easier and easier to go out. And not only should it be easier and easier to go out, also now the idea is that we're getting movies that actually might be worth the price of admission and also worth dealing with theater issues, because you guys know I am no person to be over here waxing poetic about the theater experience and all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like I put the theater in its place. Like the theater is cool. There's nothing wrong with a big screen and, enjoying something with a whole bunch of people that enjoy the same thing with you. But many times theaters can be whack. The theater experience can be whack. And a lot of times you might be better served just being at your own house. But after doing our review, Solar Gray and I did the review on Dune when it came out. I was like, you know what? This is honestly probably the first film where I would have liked to see it in the theater. Not saying that I have to see it in the theater, and I didn't go to see it in the theater, but just, the way it looked and how beautiful it was. I was like, you know what? This is one that might have been worth it. Now, is it worth me trying to breathe in a mask, for 2.5 hours sitting there around people? Well, I don't know what y'all got. I don't know if y'all taking baths and stuff. I don't know if y'all got the COVID, But, the movie looked beautiful, and I do realize, when you got that, the perfect, digital projection and all that stuff, and the awesome surround sound, that is dope for something of that stature. Like everything doesn't require that. So it seems like the next movie that might be coming out that requires something like that, or that would enhance it, unlike say like, a rom-com or something, you can kind of like watch that on any side screen. Would you think twice? Like, say if you're someone who is like, yo, I've never been to the theater, or sorry, I haven't been to the theater at all since the pandemic started. Would you be open to being like, you know what, this Spider-Man looking kind of good, especially since the leak? Now, we don't know if the leak is real, if the leak is real at all. It seems real, but we're not super duper sure. But if the leak is to be believed, you're talking about having the previous Spider-Man, other characters joining in a like Sinister Six kind of way, having Matt Murdock roll through, kind of combining also the Marvel Netflix universe, doing a whole lot that normally, we wouldn't see, you know, anywhere else unless a deal like this was involved, and then also the history like this existed, as far as for the Spider-Man films as a whole. Um, in general, I'm still not super psyched about seeing three Peters on screen. I'm like, dude, we've seen 100 years of Peter Parker. Like, can we see Miles? Can we see Miguel? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Like, let's move forward and do something different. But I do understand how the game is played. I get that. I get it, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So, question is, would you be like, yo? I think I'll go with that because to to Marvel's credit, I might be on the fence on this one. You know what I'm saying? Get that booster, maybe sit like on the very end of the row. You know what I'm saying? And maybe like buy two seats and sit at the end of the row or something and be like, like back up off me. Or like stand in the back of the theater and be like, look, I don't want y'all breathing in my vicinity, son. And like, I've thought about it. I actually have thought about like, would I want to go see this? The answer is probably still no, because I don't trust y'all like that. But like, I mean, come on, man, y'all like, look, y'all in these streets blocking up traffic because y'all don't want to get the vaccine. Like, look, I don't know if theaters is ready yet. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's ready yet, but I will say this is one that I might be close to. Here's why. The scale, even though I am Peter Parkered out, I think we should have moved on to another Spider-Man or Spider-Man a while ago. I do at the same time kind of recognize the importance of all three of them being like on screen together at the same time, and then also fighting against the Sinister Six. You know what I'm saying? I do see the importance and the significance of that. So I've been on the fence on this one. As far as what the scale might be, and what we might end up seeing in the post credit scenes, unless the post credit scenes is whack, because like Marvel's post credits been kind of booty for the last couple films. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I felt about Black Widow. I felt like that movie was mad mid. Saw that joint on a bootleg, don't need to see it again. And Shang-Chi, saw that joint on a bootleg, that was mad mid, and don't need to see that again either. Now we don't know about Eternals. Eternals could be dope. I'm hoping that Paperboy come through. You know what I'm saying? Because basically the only reason I'm interested in that movie is because Paperboy's in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm all about that Paperboy. But also sidetrack. Atlanta season 3's trailer is out. So hey, look, all of us need to rejoice. I'm gonna see if maybe me, Marquita, and Sade can get back together to do this joint. We'll see what goes on with that. But anyway, who knows what the Eternals is up on the Eternals. I know we've had the advanced screening folks come out and praise it, but that happens all the time, even with movies that suck. So I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? Because like people be coming out on advanced screenings like, it's the best thing since sliced bread, y'all. And then when you go see it, you be like, man, y'all must have saw a different movie, son, because like this movie's whack. So in this case, I haven't seen Eternal, so I don't know if Marvel's turning it around, but I do think in general Spider-Man has been handled pretty well under the new kind of like the new alliance or whatever. Of course, there's every movie has its like pitfalls and kind of like tropes and stuff, but I have been entertained by both films. meaning Homecoming and then Far From Home. And I'll probably end up watching them over the next couple of weeks to, you know what I'm saying, just get ready for the new joint that's coming out. But at the same time, with, you know, in a world where we have day and date releases now, are you guys even interested in going to a theater where, like, my man Hannibal Taboo said, like, at home, you know, I got the biggest TV in the world, I got surround sound set up, you know, I can pause it, use the bathroom, make more popcorn, whatever. I ain't got to worry about the floor being sticky or the seats being old. I can discuss plot points with my daughter. Well, he has a daughter. I have a son, but you know what I'm saying. You can discuss plot points with your family members. You can do whatever you want. You can rewind a moment if you missed it. You know, all kinds of things. You know, all that stuff you don't get in theater. And guess what? You don't have to worry about somebody being on their cell phone behind you where you got to hear their conversation, or in front of you where they're dang near blinding you with their cell phone light. You know, there's a whole bunch of pluses to being able to see it at your own house. But I will give the theater props on the off chance that your viewing is one of those great viewings where everybody's there, everybody's tuned into the film, everyone's having a great time. Because I will say, I have had those experiences. It's just that them joints is so few and far between. It's tough to really be like, hey, go put down, you know, say like $50-$60 for you and your date to go see this movie. Now, if you single and you going by yourself, you know, it's economical. But once you add a person, you know what I'm saying, you get a popcorn, some soda, something like that, and you be like, bruh, I just spent $60 for somebody to keep their cell phone in my eye for the last 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So back to this. I'm on the fence, but I will say the thing that I thought was funny, and I mentioned it to Lady Lisa yesterday, is for all of these kind of like film purists that have been, you know, poo-pooing on Marvel for years, it seems like Marvel might be the only thing that brings theaters back. Because look, I'm gonna keep it real. Ain't nobody going to see no art film in droves like that in the pandemic. You can forget that joint. Like, and y'all know what movie I'm talking about right now. I ain't gonna hurt nobody's feelings, but I saw people on Twitter like, last week we showed up for Dune and we made noise for Dune, and now we need to make noise for this movie. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to see that mess. Ain't come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody trying to see that. Stop it. Ain't nobody trying to see that whackness. So it's a good opportunity to see just how well or just how important Marvel is to the theater industry. Like, I mean, all the movies, whether I like them or not, Black Widow came out, did well, as far as like, you know, like money wise. Then you got Shang-Chi came out, did well, money wise, you know what I'm saying? People dug it and, you know, was up in the theater. Eternals will, I'm guessing, do the same thing, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So we don't hear these reports from some like small, you know what I'm saying, romantic comedy or something, like some little, you know, dramedy or something like that. No, we hear these reports, you know, from Marvel films. And it's like, I just think it's something that's interesting to think about and talk about, because it's like, so for all the people that, you know, want to like look down their nose at Marvel may be the company that actually ends up saving what they're so pretentious about. Man, so I think that's interesting. Now, on to a little bit of the gameplay. You guys have been, you know, watching the screen, you know what I'm saying? I've had Spider-Man up because we've been talking about Spider-Man today. You know, a little bit of Spidey, you know, as you can see, your boy's been getting involved in the Marvel Contest of Champions, some MCC chaos. I've been playing it with my son, having a great time. It's fun. He loves it. I dig it. It's something fun to play, easy to pick up and chill. And also the fact of being free don't hurt neither. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you can collect your champions and all that stuff. I mean, you could buy stuff, but I mean, I just ain't dropping no dollars like that on that. But but it is fun to play. Is and I've been trying to learn how to, how to get my parries and everything up, and my just defense. Well, I guess it would be considered parry in this game, but get my just defense up and my parries and my supers and all that, because of course then you got Gamora beat me down, and I got to come through with your boy Venom and just take it to another level with the last hit. But I have enjoyed this. I will say it's a fun game. I've enjoyed it. I think after seeing so much footage from ARCKATRON, I was like, you know what? Let me go and try this game. Let me try this out, see what it's like. And it's a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed this joint. I've been sleeping on it for a long time. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a great, when you're just kicking it, it's great to just kick back, taking a couple of matches, you know what I'm saying? Get on the quest, beat up Elsa or something like that, and, use your exciting powers of your boy V to the E to the N to the OM. So, one thing I have noticed is I can't. You're setting up your block is weird. Like getting your block the way you want it. Like, because of course you're not really using a controller. You're just tapping the screen. So blocking doesn't really work exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to, but it might be just the way animation works in here. Like maybe the amount of frames that you need to, actually like have before the block sets in. And as you can see, getting beat here by your boy Kingpin, it's not pretty. But we come back with your boy Wolverine, get some slice and dice action, and he's gone. Make sure he is gone and taken care of for real, for real. But let me know, who is in playing this, who's been your favorite character to play? Because since I'm new, I'm trying out some people. Of course, I haven't really unlocked many champions. I got Hulkbuster, as you've seen. I have Superior Iron Man. I have Wolverine, Spider-Man Classic, Venom, Storm. I haven't raised her level yet, but I do have Storm, Black Panther. I got Ant-Man, but I'm whatever. Y'all probably man, you sleeping on Ant-Man, but I got Ant-Man, but I'm not really interested in him. I got a couple of people that I got Black Widow. I'm just man, whatever. I got Gamora. I'm not, but I did actually. I think I ranked up Gamora, so I might actually play with her a couple times to see how dope she is. I'm trying to get my hands on a Blade, because I've seen the homie ARCKATRON with Blade, and Blade is dope. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my squad with Blade, Black Panther, and Storm or something like that. And I think they got Voodoo in here, but I'm not sure. I do have Magneto. I've played with him a couple of times, which has been fun too. So shouts to Magneto, and his amazing power set in this game, because he does not play at all. So guys, of course, with that said, thank y'all for roaming through. Of course, hit the thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit the thumbs down if you don't. But of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. You know the deal. I want to give a big shout out to Mugetsu Gaming, X Nightmare Effect. Of course, the homie Open Mind came through. We had a talk playing Streets of Rage 4. Big shout out to Trey Young, man. I mean, Young Trey, man. Shouts to Young Trey. Been contributing to the channel for the last couple of weeks now. So, just dropping some dope, pro level gameplay that is extremely awesome. Look at Game Man acting like he about to hurt something. So of course, podcast for listening, Spotify for music. Don't forget to check out Fleece from Anwar Highsign, Help the Bear from PL Parker Lewis. ARCKATRON has some new stuff coming, but he also has Space Bridge out right now. And always, of course, check out NERDSoul. Of course, share it, like it, subscribe. We're on our road to 5, 6, 7, 10K and beyond, of course. So, of course, guys, until next time, be real, stay safe, and keep grinding, y'all. Shining straight to the top like a torpedo. Nah. Yo, if y'all get the reference, y'all get the reference. Peace.